On the Hawkeye Sports Network from Learfield, Hawkeye Volleyball is brought to you by Iowa Corn. You might think Iowa just grows corn, but the truth is, corn grows Iowa. Brought to you by Iowa's corn farmers of the Iowa Corn Growers Association and the Iowa Corn Promotion Board. Wellmark, you're listening to healthy coverage of the Iowa Hawkeyes from Wellmark Blue Cross and Blue Shield, University of Iowa Healthcare, changing medicine, changing lives, and by Homewood Suites and Home 2. Hawk fans, experience your home away from home at Coralville's finest all-suite hotels. Now live, this is Hawkeye Volleyball.
Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to Extreme Arena and match 6 of the Hawkeye Invitational, where Iowa will take on Grand Canyon University. I'm John Evans. Alongside of me, the freshly engaged Reagan Coyle. Well, Reagan, well-deserved day off yesterday. Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you.
Just finished up with the Grand Canyon starting lineups. About to do the Iowa starting lineups. I guess the path to is pretty simple. Iowa wins; they'll be the only 3-0 team. They'll get the championship. If they don't happen to win, we'll have 3 2-1 teams, and I don't know whether they rock paper scissors or what all the tiebreakers are. But let's take care of business and win, and we won't have to worry about all that.
I agree.
A good squad though across the way. 4-4 Grand Canyon. Common opponent. They also lost in 5 last weekend to Iowa State at their home tournament. But still a pretty interesting, pretty prolific offense, and had a chance. Swept Missouri State here on Friday afternoon. Was up 2-0 on Central Michigan, and Central Michigan kind of turned on the Jets and came back to get them. So I will have to take care of business and do a good job of maintaining the consistent play throughout.
Yeah, definitely. I think the Hawks are ready for a sweep.
That would be
They're due for one.
Be a nice start, a nice finish to the weekend, and a good way to send them off to New York, I guess. Head to Syracuse next weekend to play Syracuse and Cornell. But just as we quick run through Grand Canyon starting lineup, Claire Mitchell is the setter for Grand Canyon. She's a 3-time all-WAC setter. The setter of the year in the WAC twice. Tatum Parrott, all-freshman team last year, another preseason all-WAC. Ashley Lifgren, Tatum Thomas, Trista Strasser, Alyssa Eulenhop, and Stella Giorda round out their starting lineup. So a lot of good firepower. Hawks running with, it's like the same starting lineup. We were talking, didn't catch quite everybody, but I'm fairly certain everything we saw there. So we'll have Sydney Dennis in the gray libero jersey, Delaney McSweeney, Gabby Deary, Caitlin Butner, Anna Davis, Bailey Ortega, and Michelle Urquhart as the Hawkeyes in their white uniforms. Grand Canyon, the Lopes in the purple. And I looked and looked and looked. They are the Lopes. They're not the Antelopes. They're not anything else. They are the Lopes.
Just the Lopes.
Yep.
Okay.
So we'll stick with that for a while and see how that goes.
A little more concise than the Chippewas. That's hard to say fast.
Yeah, I think if you're a Chippewa regular, you just go with the chips.
Yeah.
But not knowing that, we couldn't do that quite as well or quite as often. So yesterday was easy. It was Missouri State Bears. So.
Right. And even Central Michigan, like that's a long one to say that, like during a rally too.
And CMU doesn't really roll off the tongue either.
Yeah.
GCU you can do.
Yes.
I'm not sure why. They're the same letters, but they roll off different.
Yeah.
So Iowa 6-3 now on the season. Good, strong. I guess what, 5-0, 5-1 at home. Lost the match to Iowa State when had a chance there to finish that one off. Didn't quite get her done. Grand Canyon's interesting, 4-4 now on the year. They have won all by sweeps, and then they have lost, and they've been to 4 or 5 sets every time. Claire Mitchell will be back to serve and get us underway here. Dennis, good pass to Ortega. Behind her to Urquhart. High off the block, dug up. Middle attack, dug by Dennis. Ortega outside. Deary goes out of bounds. She gets a score. Deary's shown a lot of versatility this weekend as she gets an outside swing there. She ran a slide yesterday, and now she gets an outside swing on the left and gets a kill.
Yeah, the slide is surprising because she came as an outside hitter. So for her to get a slide in there, that's great.
Urquhart fires it right down the line. Overpass. Buettner can't quite get the kill, though. Good ball goes to the outside, and that's sailed long. That was Giorda.
I think Buettner wanted to hit that one a little harder.
There was some angst about not putting that away right away. Urquhart down the line again, sails it long. The Hawk leader in aces. Does a pretty good job, though. Doesn't make a ton of service errors, but kind of get the risk and reward part of it. Lifgren now back to serve for the Lopes. Buettner, good pass to Ortega, middle to McSweeney. We had trouble connecting on Wednesday with the height of the sets.
Yeah.
They've improved this weekend, and that one was right in McSweeney's sweet spot.
That was a perfect set, nice and high for her to get on top of and just slam it down there.
Dennis, good serve at her opposite number. Davis has to just play it. Ortega behind Deary. She has to just knock it over. Right side swing. Hawks get a good push over, but give that kill to Giorda. That'll send Thomas, the libero, back to the service line. Good serve to Urquhart. Ortega, good ball behind her to Deary. Boy, she had a line there. She cuts that in, but Parrott does a good job of blocking her straight up. Sends it back to the Hawkeye side.
She's got a little line. She's got a seam in between the block, too. That middle wasn't closed for GCU, so I'd like to see her turn that cross court.
Buettner, good pass to Ortega. Outside to Buettner, high off the block, back to the Hawkeye side. Buettner takes it. Ortega gives it right back to her. She tips that one, uses Mitchell. Good back set by the libero. Rolls it over, and Ortega kind of abandoned the spot. 4-3 GCU.
Kind of a trick shot there by Parrott there on the outside. She was facing cross court, but she kind of chopped it with her hand to go down the line.
Hey, here we go. Keep diamond here, pass.
Ortega chases that down. Buettner through the block and scores. Tied at 4. And one of the things in talking to Coach Barnes, yesterday as the match wore on, the Iowa hitters just kept hitting cross, and didn't go to the lines at all. You almost saw, talking to Gabby Deary there, that she really wanted to go line even though the play was cross.
Yes.
Deary knocks it over on the serve. Ball's tight. Pushed over. That one's not a power tip. As we've learned in the terminology, that was more of a throw. Or a lift, I guess, as the ref calls it. 5-4 Iowa. Deary fires it cross court. Good ball. Falls off the net a little bit. Goes outside. Big swing. Ball's up in the air. Almost got Anna Davis right back on the nugget there, though. She couldn't quite find it.
Tough ball when everybody's yelling at you, but you don't know where the ball is, and then it lands right on your head or just right in front of you.
Giorda to serve. Dennis off the net. Mateo outside. Buettner through the block. Ooh, that ball's up. Good play by Mitchell. Dennis diving play. Good hands from Urquhart. Mitchell pushes it outside. Big swing. Parrott with the kill. Averages almost 4 a set. She's a dynamic outside hitter.
Yeah, that was a really high swing. It kind of went over the hands of Mateo there on the right side.
Giorda, strong serve, overpass. Kind of whiffed at it. Hawks able to actually get that up in the air, but then Darling's diving play knocks it out of bounds.
I think they'd like to have that one back.
Yeah, Hawks were just a little out of sync yesterday. Mateo has to platform it. Buettner, dug up by Thomas. Outside Parrott rolls it. Buettner with the dig. Mateo, back row to Urquhart. Sends it right over the top of Gjorda's head. Soccer should have just taken that in the forehead and went ahead and played it up.
Not completely illegal in volleyball, I guess.
Probably not the preferred or ideal way to play one. Buettner now to serve for the Hawks. That will go long. Coach Barnes was thinking about it, but looked long when it left her hand, but I couldn't see the ball land. Parrott to serve now. Good flat serve. Bad pass from Moravec. Darling opens it over. Slide, block, but out of bounds. Give the kill to Uhlenhop. 9-6 here in the early going. Grand Canyon on top. Coach Barnes will go ahead and call timeout. Hey, Hawk fans, experience your home away from home at Coralville's finest all-suite hotels. Homewood Suites and Home to Suites by Hilton each offer guests spacious suites, complimentary breakfast, 24-hour fitness center, pool, hot tub, guest laundry, and convenient locations. Let their warm and friendly staff take care of you and your family when you visit Hawkeye Country. Well, I know you were busy yesterday, but this was kind of the way Iowa looked yesterday. Like. Was just, a little bit out of sorts, and you'd have these moments of really good, strong connection, and then you'd have the other ones where a lot of out-of-system balls and chasing. So how do you kind of jar yourself back awake on a Sunday afternoon?
I think they just have to get the offense rolling. When the hitters are going strong and getting good kills, that kind of fires everyone up. I just think they need to, play more together as a team. They're each kind of playing as individuals right now and find a way to bring it together and just create some energy. There's quite a few people here in Extreme, but, the energy right now just feels super low. So I feel like they just kind of need to create a spark to get things going.
It's one of those, you want the crowd to give you some energy, but you need, as a player, you need to give the crowd something to get behind.
Something to cheer about.
And so Parrott now back to serve. Off the tape. Rolls over onto the Hawkeye side. Not much you can do about that. 10-6. Dennis to Mateo. Davis on the slide, but she is blocked by Lifgren. And all the fun is being had by the Lopes right now.
It's a good swing by Davis, kind of in the same spot as what we saw Deary swing earlier. That hard cross is open. They just need to find it around the block.
Overpass. Lopes play it there on their side. Slide through the block. Over onto the Lope side. Mitchell pushes it outside. One-handed by Buettner. Mateo outside Moravec. Scores. That ends a 4-0 run by the Lopes. Wasn't pretty, but Hawks get the side out. 11-7. Anna Davis to serve. Mitchell tips it over. What a great spot there. 5-7 setter, but worked out nicely. She got up high, threw it with her left hand.
It's a smart shot.
Power tipped it with her left hand.
Yeah, that was a power tip.
That was a power tip.
Smart shot when you got Davis in the back row playing as a middle. The setter knew exactly what she was doing there.
Yeah, that's a fifth-year setter that knew where she was going. Bella Anderson now to serve. Knocks it over. Good pass from Darling. Mateo goes up, loses the joust. McSweeney covers her. Mateo wins that joust. 12-8. To serve. Put a run here together in the middle of the set. Kaya dropped it right in front of a diving Lifgren. Ace serve, Kaya Mateo.
That was pretty lofty over the net, but really dropped last second there.
Guess that's what a knuckleball does, right? Just kind of floats and all of a sudden
Yeah.
falls down. Serve gets a little deeper that time. Mitchell pushes it all the way out to the outside. Boy, set wasn't very good, but Lifgren did a great job.
Yeah, and she was really early on that swing too. So she had to tip as kind of an emergency decision, but ended way
Right.
off. Yeah.
Right down the line, off the block. Diving play by Thomas. 4 contacts called there.
Another good swing by McSweeney. They're connecting really well. Ortega and McSweeney. Their sets look great.
Urquhart back in. Good strong serve, bad pass there. Thomas, good ball outside, through the block, scores. Hawkeye offense is heating up a little bit, but do anything to stop Grand Canyon.
Yeah, they're attacking that one spot, and they're being very efficient at it. They're scoring that way.
Lifgren to serve. Dennis, good ball to Ortega. McSweeney through the block, dug by Mitchell. Outside swing off the block. Ortega gets it up in the air. Dennis platforms behind her to Buettner. Net call there. Called it on Strasser, who's puzzled. McSweeney heads to the bench. Davis heads to the front row. Sydney Dennis will serve. Fine. Dumped over. Hawks are nowhere to be found. 15-11 now. Thomas hops forward, sends it at Urquhart. Ortega pushes it outside. Through the block, dug by Thomas. Tipped wide. Parrott tried to find that corner again. She missed.
They're really going for that one spot. That's kind of where they're attacking all across the net.
Must have saw something on film they liked, either coming right over that block or Deary now heads back to serve. Good serve there. Mitchell pushes it right side. Sails that long. Begging for a touch. Didn't look like it, but I guess you have to ask, right? 15-13 now. Hawks still trail. Deary knocks it over. Bad pass. Mitchell has to plat. Uses Mateo. Dennis outside. Buettner sails it long. No touch either. 16-13.
Just a handful of unfortunate, and that's the difference in the few points of the game right now.
Giorda to serve. Darling, good pass. Mateo outside Buettner. She's dug up. That was Lifgren. Parrott, big swing off the block, scores. (17-13). Giorda again. Darling couldn't decide what she wanted to do. That'll be an ace serve. (18-13). Dennis, bad pass. Mateo can't get it up in the air. And all of a sudden it's 19-13. Hawks will use their second timeout. A little bit of a struggle here in serve receive. Drive your team to a win this season by filling up with Unleaded 88 with quick rewards at any Quick Star location. Fuel up with 8 gallons or more of Unleaded 88 and you'll be automatically entered for a chance to win great prize packs throughout the season. Quick Star is a proud partner of Hawkeye Volleyball. I guess the best thing to say so far is woof.
I would agree. They just can't seem to string points together and get something going on offense long enough to really kind of create a run. So I think now what it's about is just kind of creating momentum. If they can catch GCU in this set, great. If not, something needs to change out there to create some momentum going into the second set.
And Grand Canyon hitting 381 here so far in the set. 11 kills, just 3 errors. Hawks have 8 kills, 3 errors, but Hawks have no blocks. Grand Canyon has 2. Just again, the momentum plays. Iowa has 2 service errors. Grand Canyon has 3 aces and no errors. It seems like every momentum play or every stat you think of, a block, an ace, a big kill, have all happened in purple, and none of them happened on the on the black and gold side.
Yep. Kind of struggling a bit on serve receive too, so just hard to get something going.
Giorda to serve. Sails it long. That's one way to fix the problem. You don't have to serve receive if it goes out. More of it comes back in. Buettner will head to the service line, see if she can start a Hawkeye rally. Good serve, good pass. Mitchell all the way outside, rolled over. One-handed by Morovic, but Darling had dove the other way, and so in the cross, there was nobody there to pick that ball up then.
A little bit of a miscue.
20-14, Parrott back to serve. Buettner, good pass. Mateo, Davis, blocked, covered by Buettner. Mateo outside Morovic, blocked out of bounds. Hawks get the point, 20-15.
It's a good high swing by Morovic off the block. I think she was kind of going for the tool shot there. She took that swing and just went crossbody with it.
Anna Davis will try to start the Hawkeye rally. Good serve at Parrott. Good pass, though. Big swing, dug by Darling. Davis puts it up in the air. Buettner will platform it over. Thomas takes it. Mitchell goes outside. And to your point again, just kind of hits that 1-6 seam.
Yeah, they are loving that spot on the court right now, and it's very effective. The Hawks can't find a way to stop it.
Buettner, Mateo, Morovic has to platform it over. Middle attack. Diving play by Buettner's not good enough. It's 22-15. Strong serve, Buettner, Mateo. Buettner has to that's a strong roll though. Back row, tipped. Mateo gets it up in the air. Buettner tracks it down. Big high ball to Morovic. The ball looked down. Roll shot, dug up. Mateo outside Morovic again, scores.
Good defense by the Hawks on that rally to keep the ball alive. Finish with a kill.
To your point, it just feels like the difference is Grand Canyon's able to score easy. The Hawks have to really work hard to score right now.
Yeah, and Grand Canyon doesn't have to do anything special either.
Mateo sends a high floater over. Mitchell pushes it back to the outside. Dug by Buettner. Dennis helps out. Morovic. That ball gets down for a kill. There we go. Back-to-back kills for Morovic, 22-17. Back row attack through the block. Dennis gets it up in the air. Good ball by Buettner. Morovic's able to roll it over onto the floor.
That was a great ball by Buettner. Kind of a backwards set, too, for an out-of-system ball.
Hawks with 3 in a row all of a sudden, 22-18. Timeout on the Grand Canyon side. We'll take a quick 30 seconds. You are listening to Hawkeye Volleyball from Learfield, presented by Quickstar.
To anyone passing through our state, fields and fields of corn might be what they see. But the people who call Iowa home know it's so much more. Corn is ethanol, a homegrown, renewable fuel. Corn is delicious pork, beef, poultry, and dairy. Corn is in 4,000 products we rely on every day. So yeah, our highway views are full of corn, and we're proud of it. Because corn grows Iowa. Show your support for Iowa corn farmers at iowacorn.org/fan of corn.
Welcome back to Extreme Arena. John Evans, Reagan Coyle here. Grand Canyon ahead, 22-18 in the first set. Normal internet connection is down in the arena, so we're lacking the normal stats, and unfortunately I think that's actually affecting our internet connection as well. We're on, but it's a little sketchy. But okay. Natalie Moravec coming on strong here in the last few points. She has 5 kills now in just 6 swings. So to your point, good news, good answer at least as you head into the second set. To show some spark in life. You forced Grand Canyon into a timeout, so you built some things up here.
Starting to look more like themselves, at least look like they're having a little bit more fun out there.
Mateo to serve for the Hawks. Knocks that one over. Another good drop serve. Good middle attack. Tipped over. Great spot there as the Hawks kind of closed in on the triple block, and Mateo couldn't quite get there.
Yeah, it's a tough ball with a triple block. You have to rely on your back row to kind of get those tips when, if it's just a double block, you have at least an extra hitter to play off blocker defense and help with those really short balls inside the 10-foot line.
And that was really well positioned from Strasser, just right over the block.
Yeah.
It wasn't much cushion there for a diving Mateo. Mitchell knocks it at Moravec. Hits the antenna. And so now the Lopes have a set point or 2 or 5. Mitchell to serve again. Good ball that time. Ortega slide to Deary. Diving play by Thomas. What an up there. Lifgren off the net. Roll shot dug by Moravec. Ortega gives it to Deary. High off the block, back on the Hawkeye side. The block for Lifgren and Strasser will do it. Just when you thought there was a little momentum building on the Hawkeye side, Grand Canyon just grabbed it right back and takes the first set 25-18. We will step away. Grand Canyon on top, 1-0. You are listening to Hawkeye Volleyball from Learfield, presented by Quickstar.
The silly moments, the proud moments, even the hard moments. They're what make life remarkable. And they're why Wellmark Blue Cross and Blue Shield is here for every moment. Committed to making healthcare better, more affordable, with more choices for care. And service and coverage that give you peace of mind no matter what comes your way. So you can show up for every tender moment, every brave moment, and every wouldn't miss it for the world moment, knowing that Blue is here for you. Go to wellmark.com/every moment to find a plan right for you.
To anyone passing through our state, fields and fields of corn might be what they see. But the people who call Iowa home know it's so much more. Corn is ethanol, a homegrown, renewable fuel. Corn is delicious pork, beef, poultry, and dairy. Corn is in 4,000 products we rely on every day. So yeah, our highway views are full of corn, and we're proud of it. Because corn grows Iowa. Show your support for Iowa corn farmers at iowacorn.org/fan of corn.
Our mission at Oak Knoll is to provide exceptional retirement living and health services through life care. I'm Steve Rowe, CEO. We are a not-for-profit life plan community and have served the Iowa City area for 57 years. Oak Knoll is located near University of Iowa hospitals and clinics, Kinnick Stadium, Carver Hawkeye Arena, Hancher Auditorium, and downtown Iowa City. To learn more. We're a proud Hawks.
I'm Ingrid Lizarraga, breast surgeon at the University of Iowa Holden Comprehensive Cancer Center, the state's only NCI designated. We look beyond just the type of cancer you have to discover the molecular details of the disease. We have teams dedicated to each cancer type, with treatments and trials you won't find anywhere else in Iowa. Go to uihc.org/cancer.
Welcome back to Extreme Arena. Grand Canyon lead the Hawkeyes 1-0. We were just talking there at the break.
Both flat.
Yeah, and I mean, then from Arizona. Iowa played 2 4-set matches, but yeah, just didn't have the usual pep in their step flying around that you want to see.
Yeah, everybody on the floor just kind of looked. Yeah, it didn't look fun out there.
The Hawks hit 258 in the set, so not terrible that way, but they allowed Grand Canyon to hit 400, 15 kills, just 3 errors, no blocks for the Hawkeyes, which, to your point, it seemed to be fairly consistent. They must have seen something on film they liked, and they've really attacked.
That zone one spot, yeah.
Kind of tried to either come right over or just right around that right side block and just pushed it over this way. Yeah, 4 ace serves then also for Grand Canyon. And that's kind of the other big difference in the set. The digs were similar, kills were relatively close, but 4 ace serves to 1 for the Hawks. That's where you don't even get a chance to run offense back at them if you can't make the first pass.
Right. Yeah, serve receive is going to be crucial for Iowa this set.
I think we're going to be able to say that in the next 4 months, 3 months, whatever, however long the season runs.
Always crucial.
It's probably more so than others, but Urquhart gets us started here in the second set. Mitchell platforms it all the way outside, high over the block again. That was Ramirez she got some action right at the end of the first set.
Yeah, that was a nice high swing. Like you said, it was over the block.
Ortega, middle to McSweeney. Oh, great hustle. Thomas is going to be able to get this over. Ortega outside Buettner. Uses a roll shot. Oh, nice back heel kick after Thomas tried to pancake it.
You see, it looks like we've got Audrey Black in as right side for this set. Switch things up a bit.
Black will be in for Deary then. Dennis back to serve for the Hawks. Floats it right into the 1 spot. Mitchell all the way up the back line. Good swing there from Parrott. Not hard to see why she was all first team whack.
Yeah, she's very efficient there on the outside.
Thomas to serve. Good ball. Ortega able to get it in the air. Dennis platforms it over. Falls in front of the Hawks. The kill.
Lots of in-system play from Grand Canyon, not so much for Iowa. And I think when Grand Canyon's in system, they're obviously executing. So I like to see the Hawks try to get them more out of system.
Buettner tries to go thumb down into the 4 spot, never gets it over the net. Yeah, to your point, Grand Canyon, 3 swings, 3 kills this set. I mean, it's obviously incredibly efficient right now. Strong serve there. Ortega goes right side to Black. Dug up. Buettner takes it. Bad pass though. Boy, that was a wasted effort there as ball came on the overpass and Buettner basically set it up for the middle blocker.
Yep, that should be an easy ball. Set it up and get a kill.
Instead gives it right to Strasser and she sends it back to the Hawkeye floor, 5-1. Sails long, Hawks catch a break there. Actually, that was Uhlenhop, I guess, that had the kill there. Audrey Black now will go back to serve. Kaya Mateo into the front row. Audrey, good serve, bad pass. Mateo catches the back line on the overpass.
Smart swing by Mateo, nice and high, roll shot just to the back line. Clean swing, you don't want to net on that overpass, it's easy to do.
And she didn't really try to just fingertip it down. She actually took an attack at it.
I think offense is going to be really important to get rolling here.
Grand Canyon, 6 kills on 6 swings here in the second set. I'm not sure, but I feel like that's really good.
Yeah.
Hitting 500 for the match.
I figured it was.
If the Lopes have taken an attack. Another good flat serve and another bad pass. Mateo is going to get called for a double contact. Not much she could do, really. Got to go one-handed, maybe.
Yeah, it's a tight pass.
This change is less about Mateo and more about just shaking things up, right? Because obviously Kaya hasn't really had that many balls to do anything with.
Right.
Dennis off the net. Ortega slide to Davis. Blocked off the antenna. Hawks get the point. It's 9-4.
It's a good reverse there by Ortega. Her momentum was taking her forward, but she forced that slide for Davis, and that was a good high swing by Davis off the block.
Buettner fires it over. Good ball. Outside. Tipped over. Morovic takes it. Ortega. Back row to Buettner. Dug up by Lifgren. Middle attack. Goes well wide. Uhlenhop misses wide, and it is possible for the Lopes to make a hitting error. 9-5. Buettner, good top spin serve, but a good pass. Mitchell, middle attack. But only one, as Uhlenhop makes no mistake that time. Doesn't try to find a sideline, just splits the middle and goes right down.
Yeah, that was a seam in between Davis and Morovic there for the block. She found it and took advantage.
Parrott to serve. Morovic, bad pass. Ortega chases it down. Buettner actually gets a swing at it, but it's wide. 11-5.
Need a good pass here. Ortega's been having to run all over the floor just to get a good setup.
Or hit the line judge with the serve.
All right, we'll take it.
Saves you having to make a good pass. I appreciate the line judge sticking in there, though.
Yeah.
He was not given. If that all of a sudden dropped, he was still ready to call his line.
He was. Love the dedication.
Davis fires it into the net. Each team has 3 service errors, but the difference is Grand Canyon has 5 aces and the Hawks have 1. Anderson now to serve for the Lopes. She knocks it over. Bad pass from Buettner. Darling platforms it to Morovic. Blocked and off Morovic's shoulder. Grand Canyon just going full muscle flex here right now. Anderson knocks it at Darling. Off the net, Ortega might have got away with one. Morovic comes right down the line. Gets the kill.